Here we are, Emery Point, Emeryville, with, introduce yourself. Doug.
Doug Young, yes. I'm from Emeryville and Elegant Trash.
Right on, and we just saw your performance here at Lee Hoffman's Solar Band Saturday.
Yep.
Great thing that Lee does, we just got to put that out there for the people, and brings a lot of bands on. And this guy came all the way from San Jose.
Yep.
And didn't you say you rocked the Ivy Room last night in Albany?
It was on Thursday night and Wednesday night.
Wow.
Yeah, with Elegant Trash.
Already, I don't know you, but I admire your drive and your work ethic.
Thank you.
And your commitment, sir.
Thank you,
to
man.
doing this, because I can relate. I do it myself. And so what's the background with this? You said there is a full band. Today we caught the acoustic set.
No, yeah, so Emeryville doesn't have a full band. I have full band music online.
Okay.
That I did all the work on except for the drums. The drums are actually done by Kelly Scott from Failure.
Okay.
I outsourced those kind of over COVID. He was putting his name out and being like, hey, I'll send me songs and I'll drum on them if I like them. So he's been doing session work for a couple of years now. So he drums on all my stuff. But he's a big rock star, so I don't have a drummer. He's just on all the tracks.
What is he, besides Failure, he's in other groups?
Well, Failure's like his big, his claim to fame. I mean, there's like there's a documentary on Hulu about him and stuff. Like
I didn't know that, but check them out, everybody on YouTube. Failure, this guy's a drummer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kelly Scott, yeah, he's amazing. But I'm at least trying to put together a band for me, basically. So
right on.
Austin, who drums for Elegant Trash.
Yeah.
He just jumped in today and jumped in the other night on one of the songs, Overpasses, that people seem to like. Had a big scream at the end of it and people were excited. But he just jumped in today on all the songs. It was the first time ever playing any of those songs.
Wow.
So it was very cool. He really,
So keep that in mind when you watch those two clips.
Yeah.
That drummer, he's just he just does what he does, you know.
Yeah.
So who's your little buddy right here? We gotta get
Bo.
this little guy.
This is my dog Bo.
Hi.
He just turned 3 years
Look at
old.
that. That's a little punk rock doggy. Look at those teeth.
Yeah.
Oh. So how long you been doing music? You seem like a young guy.
My whole life. I'm not that young.
What other bands were you in prior to this one?
I was in a band called Dearly Divided.
Okay.
Out of East Bay.
Right on.
And that was around 2015, 2016. And for about 2 years, and I played pretty heavily with them.
So you were an East Bay guy, then you went to South Bay, San Jose.
No, I've always lived in the South Bay. I just joined a band that rehearsed in the East Bay.
Again, commitment, man.
So, yeah, it was.
Again, very, very
go
committed.
Where the music is and where the bands are.
Wow.
This is where
you're committed, brother, and I see you have a family. I mean, it's like, where do you fit time in to have a normal life, man?
I don't. You just do. I work from home, so that helps.
Right on.
Home. My girlfriend and I do dogs.
Right on.
So we board dogs and take care of them all the time.
You're already my best friend. I have 3 cats. I'm an animal lover.
Nice. Yeah.
I like animals more than humans. I'll tell you that much. I know that's the story of most.
We do too. Yep.
So where can we find links to this current project you're doing now?
Emeryville.com.
Okay.
IRRE.
Straight up the website. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Name some other bands you were in prior to this along your musical journey.
So I was in a band called the Muckruckers back in the day. This would have been
not to be confused with Fuddruckers, Mudruckers.
Right. The Muckruckers.
Muckruckers. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the name came from. It was a party band, a lot like Elegant Trash.
Okay.
And basically, the name came from Muckrakers, which one guy that was starting the band with us wanted to be because he was really into journalism, and we were really into just being douchebags, and so we're like, nah, the Muckruckers, just making fun of it, and it just stuck. It was just a cool name, and we just went with it, and we played for years and years. 2004, I believe, for 4 or 5 years. We got a bunch of albums. If you go to themuckruckers.com, there's a bunch of albums, and they're very reminiscent of Elegant Trash.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I feel when I jumped in this week with these songs, I was like, oh man, this takes me back to being 20 years old. So
yeah, very familiar territory.
Yep.
And helping Lee, he's got rotating people.
He does.
Motherfucker went to Brazil and Tokyo, for Christ's sake.
And he's like, he got an army of great musicians. And so actually both shows I played with different people.
Wow.
Totally crazy.
So we see other things inspire you outside of music, like the Kids in the Hall.
Yes.
Give us your love for that show and
Oh God, I grew
what
up
it
on
did
Kids
for
in
you.
the Hall. I grew up on. It taught me sarcasm. It taught me satire.
Nice.
You know, those are my two favorite languages, basically. You know, irreverent comedy, that kind of stuff. Dark comedy.
Yeah. That's kind of missed nowadays, even though it seems like forever since that show came out. But it's like, I don't know.
Oh, I love it.
I
And
remember, you know.
There's so many fans of it. You can tell that there's a lot of fans of it. So, you know, you got like Children's Hospital, that kind of stuff comes from.
Yeah.
You see these guys as, you can tell that they're idols of like Kids in the Hall. And you get these guest spots. You always see the Kids in the Hall popping up on shows. You know, like Mark from Kids in the Hall plays currently the Prime Minister, I believe, of Canada.
Okay.
On their like SNL type thing.
Yeah.
So literally, they're still very relevant. But
Cool. And what other comedy besides that? I mean, just to name a few.
oh man, like comedy shows. I mean, that's I just grew up on Comedy Central, so
Yeah.
you know, more recent Corporate is a really cool show. That's
Right on.
hilarious. I rewatched that.
I always ask people, what are your musical influences? Like, you know, name like 5 artists or bands that
Okay, this is gonna
rocked
be-
your world over the years. We'll
Yeah.
probably go to 10 to 15 to 20,
For
but
sure, yeah,
What-
no. I mean, so Failure was one of my first ever CDs my entire life. So the fact that I got him to drum on my songs, it's the guy that I learned to play guitar on his
so
songs.
you were a big fan of that band.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Cool.
it was amazing. I basically couldn't play with the songs along with the drum tracks that he gave me because I was so nervous after he gave them to me for
Wow.
a long time.
That's a great story, man, right there in itself.
Yeah, so, but I would say Not a Surf is probably a really big influence for this band.
What are they? Like,
They're another, like, indie rock, one-hit wonder
Okay.
type of thing, but I grew up on them at the same time. Basically, I had, like, a BMG subscription thing that I
Yeah.
started with my first CDs, and my
Okay.
first CDs were Not a Surf, Failure, you know, Filter, those, like...
Filter was
yeah,
another
those,
one.
Those really...
The
like,
Hey Man, Nice Shot.
Yes.
You got- so
yes.
you're
that
big
album still gets me.
90s guy.
I'm a 90s guy.
yeah.
Yep. Big 90s guy. But also No Effects. So
Hey,
a lot
Fat
of punk
Mike,
rock
yeah.
in my
Fat
acoustic.
Records, yeah,
I
good
play
stuff.
acoustic hard, you know, and fast and not. So the coffee shops are sometimes a little bit confused, the screaming and the yelling and the, you know.
Cool. That's the bands that influences Doug, and we got to end this interview right. So I saw him coming in with a Terrifier hoodie and the Pet Cemetery shirt. So we got to talk horror movies. I go to many horror conventions: Arizona, Mad Monster Party, Vegas, Days of the Dead, Sinister Creature Con in Sacramento. So what are your favorite horror movies besides those two, and what got you into the whole genre?
I mean, so I got into horror because I wanted to get over my fear of blood
All right.
and being scared of horror movies. So I was pumping myself full of movies like Freddy and those kind of movies.
Wow.
And then I learned the comedy of them.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and now they're fun. Now it's like I'll put on Freddy to go to sleep. I love it.
That's
Freddy's
awesome.
Nightmares is my jam, like the series.
Nice.
Literally just put those episodes on and watch them forever. But yeah, I love everything now that's gory and, you know, and fun.
You should do a road trip with me to a horror convention because at the next Monster Palooza over my birthday weekend in Pasadena, Art's going to be there. Art the Clown signing.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
could
so
meet the
awesome.
man in person, get a photo with him.
Well, I'll tell you.
So-
So you mentioned Sinister. What's it called?
Sinister Creature Con,
Okay.
Sacramento.
So my girlfriend and I, for a while, were doing a blood class for her school, making blood, making special effects
Oh, wow.
for the kids. And we were making the blood, teaching them how to make the blood, teaching them how to do the effects, really on a professional level, like
Wow.
professional quality, everything.
That's wild.
And CreatureCon got a hold of us and wanted us to come and do a booth, and it just didn't work out. We ended up not being able to do it, but we were so excited to be able to do it, and we were going to.
They do it twice a year, so definitely make that happen and
Yeah,
check that off the bucket list, bro.
We had, you know, it was a lot of kids covered in blood all the time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, to get political here, but all the stuff that happened with Palestine and Gaza where we started seeing kids just blown up all the time, and we had to stop for a while because it was just too hard. We couldn't show up every day seeing that on our phones and then go to the class and then paint these kids in blood.
Yeah.
And have them talking about it because it was relevant. So we had to cut it out. But it would be really cool to get back to it because we were getting really good at it, and the kids looked great. The parents were involved. It was awesome. So, and that was her baby, Laurel's baby, my girlfriend. We had Kiss My FX was the company, and we're on Instagram.
Cool.
But
that's
yeah,
another link for you guys to check out on to see more of Doug's background on music and film. And if we left anything out, please let us know. But yeah, you have a great story, man. Everybody's got their great story and memories. That's why we do this. Again, David Barrett for Entertainment Getaway TV.
Yeah.
Here with
What's
Doug
up?
and his
and Bo,
buddy. Oh, look at that.
It's the Bobby Monster. He's
So
got it.
cool.
That's his Instagram.
Thank you so much, Doug, and
Thanks,
best of luck to you. And I'm proud to just align myself with guys like you who really make the scene what it is, man. And we're all in this together, and it's a commitment, bro. And
I'm so
you know,
appreciative of people like you. Seriously,
Thanks,
like,
man.
Every time, it's so cool to hear people because you guys have the drive to feel like music is important and local music is important.
Yes, sir.
And you know what it takes to keep the scene going and to keep people involved. And there's a passion there that it doesn't necessarily pay off in any other way other than just helping music and
Exactly.
being involved. So
and another thing, yeah, you're very welcome, man. I'm proud to do this and stand next to brothers like you who do this too. And I'm not one like the many of the masses who are spoon-fed shit that the Grammys and the rock and roll, the rock and rap hole of shame gives us. It's not about that. It's about other things that you got to be a free thinker and dig in the crates and know that there's other stuff than what's fucking spoon-fed down your throat, man. And this is why I do this for sure, man. So
for sure.
you have a good rest of the day, man.
All right,
Thank you,
man.
sir.
Thank you.
All